Sahel region. They want to establish a military base in Nigeria. They want our resources, as they have done in Iraq. And all the reasons people have proposed, intellectuals have proposed, it's all of it. So it's just time for them now. And most important is the politics. Is the politics.
All right.
They don't want. You see, whenever we have a Muslim leader in Nigeria, they try to decapitate and eliminate him. They have killed Tafawa Balewa, Sardauna. They have killed our General Murtala. Even Abacha was poisoned. So why is it whenever Muslims are in power in Nigeria, somehow using some disgruntled elements, especially in the south, they try to take away the leader? So I think what America is trying to do now, they would claim maybe the government is complicit in the killing of Christians, and don't be surprised they attack even the presidential palace. Trying to kill the president. I don't rule it out, as they have done in many other places. And they may also kill some other people just by framing them that they are working with terrorists. Yes, we confess there is problem, there is insecurity in Nigeria. But I can categorically say the government is doing its best. The army, the police, and the SS are doing their best because Nigeria is a big country. We are 200 million plus. Even gathering the intelligence is something hectic, but we are doing our best. And one thing, the attacks are getting down and slowly. Things are improving. We should appreciate what the security is doing. But this is no time for intervention, foreign intervention. This is no time for it. Why the government is slow? In fact, there is some kind of guilty consciousness. Because look at Boko Haram, how it started. Their leaders were summarily executed, and they took up arms. So it is the government that forced them to take arms. Look at the herdsmen. We have evidences that they were massacred and killed, and that forced them to take arms. So the government has to really readjust the way it tackles issue. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but I think they have gotten the way now. Since they know that they can gather them and dialogue with them and see how they can convince them, one, to stop attacking people, secondly, to ultimately drop their weapons. And it's on course. But what I'm saying, why the timing? Something that has been going on for 15 years. Why just now Americans won when they have been in the past preventing us from getting weapons? Secondly, there are commissions on Boko Haram that have confirmed that Americans were involved in dropping weapons to these people, aiding them. They are fighting Nigerian army with anti-aircraft guns. Where can they get it from? From where? Even Chad doesn't have them. Cameroon don't have them. So the same people that have caused or aggravated our problem cannot be our solution now. This is what we are trying to say. So we have to be very careful. We should not allow the unpatriotic parts of Nigerians to aid foreigners to come and invade our country. Look at what happened in Gaza. They financed it. Trump was there telling Netanyahu that we gave you all the weapons you needed and you used them well. And everybody knows Netanyahu killed children, women, and destroyed buildings, hospitals. So these people will not teach us about morality at all. You know, we have to be very careful with them. They are already known to be genocidal, killing people, flipping people's wealth. We have to be very careful with America especially. With all foreigners, but America especially. They hate more are the Metiala people, saying that when the government is killing us, when we are met with injustice, you are doing nothing to protect our rights. So they don't listen to Metiala. Metiala has no any hand in this. So to label Metiala as part of a big conspiracy, that shows their intelligence is faulty, or they just want to create a narration in which by there will be they want to balkanize Nigeria. They are all complaining. Those who have lost their parents, those who have lost their brethren, those from our hostility too. So when you say they have killed, yes, I know they have killed, and it's wrong to kill anybody innocent. This is absolutely an obnoxious thing to do. We don't support that. But you see, if you know their psychology, they are on a revenge mission. Everybody knows the herdsmen, especially the flying herdsmen. They don't just attack people. We have been living with them for centuries. They don't attack people without any cause. So what I think government needs to do is to really bring them up together in a unison and in a holistic form, so that there is peace. And they are ready for that, because if you call them for peace, they come. It's unlike the others, like IPOB. IPOB, the government has been trying to dialogue with them. They still refuse. They are still behind creating a separate state.
I will not let Trump end the life of my family in the forest, because the terrorists are our children and we must protect them at all costs. This statement is coming from a popular Sheikh Gumi in Nigeria. He is well known. He is saying that the statement the US president said, if the government does not stop the killing of the innocent Christians, that he will go after them. Now, we woke up to a statement from this popular Sheikh Gumi that he will not sit down and allow the US to invade their forest to fight against these terrorists, because they are their children and they must protect them at all costs. So, meaning the Christians, are they his enemies? Here is Trend Echo, your trending news headquarters. I go by the name Juliana, your energy queen. So we know what is popping up in the internet for the past 3 weeks about the persecution of Christians in Nigeria, to the extent that the US president has to put Nigeria as a particular country of concern. Some northern part of the Nigeria, Kano State, for precise, has come out in their numbers to protest against the statement or the remarks made by the US president, calling it as a disrespectful and a threat to their sovereignty. Family, we are talking about humanity, freedom of speech, how people can live their life. We have organizations in this African continent. They are all quiet. And we've gotten a president to speak against this evil. But some of the Muslim leaders support. So meaning, when is this going to end? This issue has happened 1 month ago, but because of the killing of Christians in Nigeria, so it has now started popping up on the internet that when you go to the USA, Texas, Sharia law has been banned.
Governor Abbott signed a bill banning Sharia law, the legislation created after a religious rights battle erupted in Collin County.
Regardless of which religion it is, people are not going to be able to establish these comprehensive, large-scale developments that limit only people of one religious belief to that area. And you can only buy if you're part of that religion. You can only steal if you're part of that religion. Religious discrimination is in violation of Texas law.
The Sharia law is a guide or a form of how the Muslims should live their life. Their worship life, their fasting life, their how to live their life, their marriage, their divorce, the nation they are living in. And this Sharia law, most of the Muslim countries don't even apply. So why have they banned it? Because some are using this law as their selfish gain. They will intentionally cause disrepute in something and claim that because of the Sharia law, that is why they did it. They don't know. And you know, ignorance does not make excuse to any law. Some are using this law to cause harm in cities they are living. And this Sharia law is doing more harm than good, because some of the Muslim people have come out to say. So when you go to Texas, they have banned it. And I think most countries in Europe and across are planning to do so or to do same, because of how people are using this whole issue for their selfish gain. They feel like they are using it to abuse the law in Texas. So if you can't live under the rules and guidance and law of Texas, you cannot live this Sharia law life in their country because it is their country and they have the right to stop it. So family, this sheikh, this is what he's saying, meaning this is not going to end. So the terrorists will now feel like they have leaders to protect them. So when it happens this way, up to now, after the one statement made by Tinubu president, he has not come out again. But for the Muslim high-profile people to use their platform to call them that they have to stop, because whatever they are doing is like a black paint to the whole Muslim nation or whatever. But they are rather giving out statements saying we have to protect them. So meaning those that they are dying, killing, the Christians have to rise up and protect them. Is that how they want this to end? Is that how the president of Nigeria wants this to go? And you know, when you read about this, most Christian people might also feel like, how? And this man has made this statement and he's walking free. Nothing has happened to him. So the next day we woke up to a news again, just like this. Someone will be saying, you cannot, we have to protect them. So this man can go all extent to even do more for the terrorists. So meaning what they are doing is good, family. But we are just hoping to see the action the US will take. And the action the Nigerian government and the armed forces will take. Because this is worrying and sad. We are just hoping that this whole thing will end no matter what. That be a blockade to it. Family, here comes to the end of today's trending news. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share as well. See you same day, same time. Bye-bye.